In this video, I'm going to be going through simultaneous equations where you have a linear equation and also a non-linear equation. Now, before starting these, you need to make sure you're pretty good at solving quadratic equations by factorizing and also expanding brackets, because these questions bring together a lot of topics and they're long questions, so they can be pretty tricky. Okay, so let's go through this question step by step. We have x minus y plus 6 equals 0 and x squared plus y squared equals 26. So the first step, you always need to rearrange a linear equation to get x or y in its own. So in some questions, instead of x or y, it could be an or and an s, so the method will stay the exact same. So in this question, it's x and y, so you can see the linear equation. We have x minus y plus 6 equals 0. So I'm going to rearrange that to get x or y in its own. So because x is already positive, the easiest thing to do here would be to bring over the minus y and the plus 6 to the other side. So then x is equal to y minus 6. So that's first step done. We rearrange and we have x equals y minus 6. So now I'm going to substitute this into the nonlinear equation. So we have x is equal to y minus 6. If you look at the nonlinear equation, we also have an x there. So I'm going to replace this x with y minus 6. So that x is replaced with y minus 6 all squared. And then we still have the plus y squared equals 26. Okay, so now I need to expand this out. So let's do that. So we have y minus 6 times y minus 6. So y times y minus 6 and minus 6 times y minus 6. Y times y is y squared. Y times minus 6, minus 6y. Minus 6 times y, minus 6y. And minus 6 times minus 6 is plus 36. Let's simplify now. So we'll have y squared minus 12y plus 36. Okay. So that's just the expansion of y minus 6 squared. So then let's put that back to our equation up here. So we have now y squared minus 12y plus 36 plus y squared is equal now to 26. Okay, we can do some simplifying here. So we have a y squared and y squared. That'll be 2y squared. Now minus 12y plus 36. And then it was equal to 26, so let's bring that over. So we have minus 26 equals 0. So now we have 2y squared minus 12y plus 10 is equal to 0. Now we could solve this straight away, either by factorizing or using the quadratic formula, but seeing as all of these can be divided by 2, we can actually divide by 2 to make the question a bit easier. So then we have y squared minus 6y plus 5 is equal to 0. So now this is a lot easier to factorize. So let's put the y in brackets. Then the factors of 5, we can only have 1 times 5. We have to get minus 6, so it'll be minus 1 minus 5. So we have y minus 1 equal to 0. So y is equal to 1. And then y minus 5 equals 0. So y is equal to 5. Because remember, you're bringing it to the other side. Okay, so we have two answers now. We have y equals 1 and y equals 5. So So now let's substitute y equals 1 and y equals 5 back into the original linear equation. So we can see, like from the original, that the x minus y plus 6 equals 0, that is definitely the easier original equation. We arranged then to have x equals y minus 6. So that's the equation we're going to use. So let's go back down. So we have x is equal to y minus 6. So then we need to substitute in y equals 1 and y equals 5 into this equation. So let's put in y equals 1 first. So we'll have x is equal to, now y is replaced with 1, so we have 1 minus 6. So x is equal to minus 5. So we can actually write that as a coordinate of x is minus 5 and y is 1. Now we need to substitute in y equals 5 into the equation. So we have x is equal to, y is replaced now with 5, so we have 5 minus 6. So x is equal to minus 1. So we can write that as a coordinate as well. So we have minus 1 and 5. So you can see in these questions, you will have 2 x answers and then 2 y answers. So that is it. Let's go through another one. So here we have y plus 5 equals 2x, and then x squared plus y squared equals 25. So our top one here, that's the linear one. So let's rearrange that to get x or y on its own. So we have y plus 5 equals 2x. Easiest thing to do here would be to bring over the plus 5. So we have y is equal to 2x minus 5. So straight away, that's that part done. So now we have y equals 2x minus 5, and we also have a y squared here. So let's replace that y squared with 2x minus 5. So we have x squared now plus 2x minus 5 all squared equals 25. Now let's expand this first. So we have 2x minus 5, 2x minus 5. 2x times 2x minus 5 and minus 5 times 2x minus 5. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times minus 5 is minus 10x. Minus 5 times 2x, we have minus 10x. Minus 5 times minus 5, we have plus 25. Let's simplify here. So we have 4x squared minus 20x plus 25. So let's put that now back in to this step. So we have x squared plus now 4x squared minus 20x plus 25 equals 25. Now we can do some simplifying here. So x squared plus 4x squared, that would be 5x squared. Then we have minus 20x. And because we have a plus 25 here and a 25 here, they'll actually cancel out, because if you brought 1 over to the other side, it would be minus 25, and 25 minus 25 is 0. So this quadratic will actually be a lot easier now to solve. So you can see here that we can factorize out 5x. Then we're left with x minus 4. So the 5x equal that to 0. So 5x equals 0, which means x has to be equal to 0, because 0 divided by 5 would just be 0. And then x minus 4 equals 0. Bring the 4 to the other side. We have x is equal to 4. So we have two answers straight away now for this. So we need to substitute these back now into one of the original equations. So nearly 99% of the times it'll be easier to sub into the linear equation. So we've already rearranged that to y equals 2x minus 5. So let's write that down here. So let's sub in 0 first. So we have y is equal to 2 times 0 minus 5. So y is equal to minus 5. So our coordinates for this one are 0, minus 5. Now let's substitute in 4 into the equation. So we have y is equal to 2 times 4 minus 5. So y is equal to 2 times 4 is 8, minus 5 is 3. So we have y equals 3 and x equals 4. So our coordinates here are 4 and 3. So my final answers are 0, minus 5, and 4 and 3. So that's how it looks then when it's fully done. Any questions, please leave in the comments.